Hello, 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 and welcome to Nana's Crochet Ideas. I am your host, Teri, and today I'm here to show you what I worked on for the month of August. Now, as any of you who follow me know, I am doing this crochet along with Juniper and Oaks, and this is the August panel. I'm really loving the way that this blanket is coming along. If you want to see the other parts, then you'll have to go back in the video. Now, I did not get a lot done this month. I'll tell you at the end how much I did because I did a test pattern. It was something I've never made before, but I like testing patterns for designers. So I volunteered to do it, and I had to do a lot of frogging. But I will give you a little teaser. I made these fingerless mitts to go along with it. Isn't that a nice stitch design? Oops. Scratch that. Isn't that a nice stitch design? So that is a little teaser of what my test project was that I cannot share yet. Then I did not sew in my ends yet, but I made a couple of dish rags or wash rags or face rags or whatever. I made this using up some leftover blues. And then I made this one. My daughter asked me why was I using such pretty yarn. Well, this was yarn, if you remember, way back in the beginning of my channel. I dyed this yarn. And I haven't used it because there wasn't really enough there to do anything with. So the top, this panel, and the bottom is one skein, and then the center is another. But I kind of like the way that it came out, the way the dye colors played out in the center part. I mean, if you really use your imagination, it could look like a butterfly. Oh, this way. It could look like a butterfly, and the big yellow with the pink around it could be the wings. So I made that one. I made it a little bit bigger. So then I knew that I was not using anywhere close to enough yarn, so I went to my Old Faithful and I made a blanket. Because I can do those quick. So here is the blanket. It is that shell, a round shell that I like to do, and these are the colors. They are a parfait layer and velvet yarns that I used in there. I didn't have, I'm sorry, they're not parfait layers. They are Ice Cream Deluxe from Lion Brand that I used, and then I realized I wasn't going to have enough, so I added some parfait and some velvet, not a lot of either of them. So okay, and then I also made this. These are 3 little Oreo cookies with different faces on them. We have a smiley face, a smirking face with a wink, and we have down here my favorite emoji, which is the big eyes with the tongue sticking out. So I made this with a plate, and this is going to Crystal as my amigurumi for her donation. So now, as you all know, Lottie and I have this ongoing challenge with each other, who uses the most yarn. Well, again, she used it more than I did, and that is because I have, one, I did the test pattern, but 2, I have some things going on in my life that are taking a lot of my time, and I have to choose either the other stuff or the crocheting, and unfortunately the other stuff is more important right now, and I've got to do it. So I asked her if we could take a break until I get things situated, and then we can join back up again. So I did 4,803 yards in August, and in September we are not going to challenge each other, although because I've been doing this almost 2 years, I will continue to keep track of how much yarn I'm using, and I will let you know. But we're not challenging, so I don't have to send her another prize. Okay, so let's do a blessing. So for today, it says, it is important that we show with our actions what we believe in our heart. Read James 2:26. Because everybody's watching to see if our actions match the words we put out there. So that's all I have for you today. May God bless you today and every day. Have a wonderful few days, and I'll talk to you again in the next one. Bye now.